So last month, thank you again for inviting me, you all. I really enjoyed getting to come and talk to you. And last month, we talked a little bit about pattern matching switch expressions. That is actually taken from a full hour plus long talk that I give called These Are a Few of My Favorite New-ish C# language features. I realized I should probably sing that, but I'm not gonna. And so tonight I want to pick off another one out of that talk. But before I do, I just want to mention, if you want to connect with me, you can take a picture of this QR code and connect on LinkedIn. If you would like to go to my YouTube channel, and I know you would, right? You want to go watch the videos and like and subscribe, do all that stuff. Well, it's here, the C# Artisan YouTube channel. And if you want to just email me, I sometimes look at csharpartisan@gmail.com. So that's where I've got too many windows up. Okay, a quick acknowledgement also. My employer, I work for CG Infinity. It's a consulting shop out of Plano. It's a great place to work. They're very enlightened as an organization, and they're super supportive of me doing this kind of stuff. So thank you, CG. And here is the full agenda when I do the full talk. So last time we did pattern matching switch expressions. Today, I know that in the published materials it said I was doing lambdas versus delegates, but I decided just to change my mind without telling anyone. So we're going to do value tuples today. So that's what we're looking at. And I think we have time for that one and possibly one other, but let's just do value tuples. Now, let me go back. I'll put that up. All of this code is here, github.com/C#artisan/favorite new features. So you can download it, and it's just a little console app. And when you run this console app, it brings up a menu where you can just pick which of the little code examples you want to look at. So today we'll be looking at value tuples. You can select it and run it. The idea is you would just set a breakpoint here in the code, and you can watch it run and learn about it. So it's very simple. Okay, there's the preamble. Let's talk about value tuples, or maybe they're tuples. I've heard it both ways. The word comes from the word multiple, and a tuple or a tuple is a value type, right? It's stored on the stack, so it works kind of like a date time or an integer or other primitives, except that I did not want GitHub Copilot to do anything. Thank you. Except that a tuple or a tuple has multiple pieces to it. It's a little bit like kind of an array. It's like a value type that has subtypes. So one of the main use of this that I have is helping solve the problem of how do I return multiple values from a function. So if you write a C# function and you want to return one value, that's easy. That's your return type. If you want to return more than one, well, you've got a little problem to solve. And the way we did this in C#2 was with out parameters. So here is an example showing you how to use out parameters, which I'm sure you all know, especially if you've used like try parse or some of the framework functions that use out parameters. The way this works is what you've got here is here's my input, a date, and I've got 3 out parameters, the month, the day, and the year. And it's up to the caller to define those and pass them in, and then we get to set our values here. Month equals day equals date.year. This is classic.
Is he breaking up for anybody else?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it just froze too. Okay, it wasn't just my machine, so okay.
No, it sounds like he's having some bandwidth issues.
Wonder where he is. It did just start raining where I am.
I believe he is based out of British Columbia, but depending on if he's traveling, it could be like a hotel Wi-Fi scenario or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. Don't know about that.
Big process of coming up to speed on all the C# stuff I had missed. So this was a really fun thing. I was like, wow, that's cool. And I use it quite a bit. Okay, so here is an implementation of our date parts concept using a tuple. So public, static, and here it is. There's the declaration of the type. It is in parentheses. These names are called field names. They're optional. You can take them out and it'll work just fine. But if you put them in, then both you and the caller can kind of keep track of things a little better. So there's the tuple. And when we use the tuple, we simply return it, and you just say, oh, there it is. Return, open paren, month, day, year. So that's how you use a value tuple. I really like this as a way to return multiple values. I've never really much liked out parameters. I found them to be clunky. Now, if there's more than about 3 or 4, with the class anyway, because at this point, you're really talking about a lot of data. So it gets kind of unmanageable to handle all of that in individual variables. But you could. But if I'm talking about 2 or 3 values, this is my go-to. Just define a tuple. So the last thing you need to know if you're going to use these is how C# handles tuple equivalence. So if I created 2 of these classes, like date parts 1, date parts 2, and even if I gave them the same month, day, and year, if I said, are they the same? Are they equivalent? C# would say no, because they're different objects. Now, if they were declared as records, it actually would say they were equivalent, because for records, equivalence is done using the public fields and properties. So that is, that's important to know. But for a tuple, it works like a record. Basically, tuple equivalence is based on the values. It's not a pointer to something on the heap, right? It's a value type. So if I say T1 is use a tuple right now, and T2 is use a tuple right now, T1 is going to equal T2 because the month, day, and year of these 2 will be the same. The time component of date time now is different, but unless we happen to split midnight between these 2 lines, they're going to be the same. So let's go ahead and run that demo again like I did right at the beginning. Maybe. There we go. And I'm going to choose option 3. And you can see that they are equivalent. So it basically got to that line of code, showing you that they're the same. So there you go. Value tuples. Maybe you knew about them, maybe you didn't. Hopefully a few of you learned something and can put that to good use.